And we'll find out right here in Illinois that there are 18 Planned Parenthood centers, and not one of them is licensed by the state of Illinois as a medical facility, nor has received a health and sanitary inspection since 1999. But yet they insert surgical tools into a woman's body. Don't be stupid. Stay educated. And look for the facts in everything. And the fourth and the final thing you can do is to stand up for the voiceless. You know, at the March for Life Chicago last year, our Archbishop Supich, he spoke and he said, to march means you cannot sit still. If we truly believe that this is a human person, then if we are silent, we speak volumes. And I know what you're thinking. I'm just a high school student. I'm trying not to fail math. I'm trying to get into Princeton. Who am I to do this? Well, I'm here to tell you that one person can change the world. I see it every single day. Every day. 2 years ago at the March for Life Chicago, a student attended the march. She went and she thought she did her duty. She attended the march. She snapped a picture. She put it on Instagram. She had no idea her friend was in an unplanned pregnancy. And she was considering abortion. When she saw that Instagram post and she saw the thousands of people that had gathered with love to show that we will be there for you, she took courage and she chose life because of that picture. I could tell you story after story after story. Don't let anyone tell you you are just a high school student. You are just a man. I stand here today and I am so inspired looking into the faces of all of you guys who I've been giving this talk, because I know the values that Brother Rice High School teaches. And you guys, you men, you are the protectors of women and children. You guys are strong and fearless. You are gentle and kind and generous. You take care of families. Don't ever let anyone tell you to stop trying to protect women and children, because that is your nature. That story I told you at the very beginning, that's what Joe did. He was being a man. He was taking care of that baby so much that he was calling to find out what legal advice, what legal route can I take to protect my child. He was going to the ends of the earth for that baby. And I wish I could say that was the only call like that I'd ever received. But the most recent one was a week ago, and he was 23. 23. He called and he said, I was pro-choice, and then I saw my baby on that ultrasound, and he said, tell me, I want to do anything I can to protect that baby. So don't let anyone ever tell you you are just a high school student. You are just a man. Or you don't have 6 friends helping you, so you can't do anything. You know, a week onto this job at Illinois Right to Life, I got an email from a 14-year-old girl. And she said, hey, would you mind passing this flyer around? I said, what are you doing? And she said, I'm hosting a baby shower in my town for my pregnancy center, because I want all those moms that chose life to have everything they need. I want them to feel the love from their entire community. And she had that baby shower. And the community came out, donated items, and showed their love and their support for all those women. That was one person. That was a 14-year-old girl. So if she can do it, you better believe y'all can do it. I want to conclude with one final story. It's about a guy named David. David's father became ill, and so David rushed to his bedside. And they said, you just have a few days left. And when David arrived, his dad grabbed him and he pulled him in and he said, "David, will you pray for an end to abortion with me?" And David was like, "All right, sure. I'll pray for an end to abortion with you." So they prayed. The next day when David came back, his dad asked him again, he said, "David, will you pray for an end to abortion for me, or with me?" And David said, "Fine." And they prayed. And it was nearing the end of his dad's life in just a few more hours. And his father once again asked him when he arrived, "David, will you pray for an end to abortion with me?" And David said, "No." He said, I want to pray for your healing. Can we pray for anything else?" And his father said, "No." He said, "When I was a student, I got a girl pregnant. It would have been a scandal in our family, so I pushed her and pushed her and pushed her until she agreed to have an abortion. I got to the abortion clinic early. I paid in cash to make sure there was no backing out. And I sat down and I waited for her to arrive." He said, "She stood me up that day." He said, "David, that woman was your mother. That child was you. And how would I know that on my deathbed, the only person that would be there with me to love me is the son that I wanted so desperately to abort? So no, we will pray for an end to abortion." Abortion is personal. Abortion can change the course of history. Because what happened after that is David was so overwhelmed with emotion that he just had to do something, and he began sharing his pro-life passion. And he started sharing ideas of things that should be done in the movement, and would you know it, that his idea turned into the largest pro-life organization in the world. It spans 32 countries, 607,000 volunteers, and to date, they have saved 11,000 children. 40 days for life. 11,000 children. Children like Nancy Reagan. Children like Babe Ruth, Edgar Allan Poe, Justin Bieber. I'm sorry I have to say it. His mother, Justin Bieber's mother, was a heroin addict, and she was homeless. And she chose life. And because of that baby, she cleaned her life up. But all those names that I just mentioned, they were all unplanned pregnancies. And now you all know them because they changed the course of history. Their life changed the course of history. So don't you ever let anyone tell you you are just a high school student. Because then you have the power to end abortion. You have the power to change the course of history. I want to hear you say, "I have the power." Come on, one more time. I have the power. You have the power to remove the scourge of abortion from our nation. Now go do it.